Again, I can't see it here, a little branch that's going to branch off with this vein, and that would be the adrenal artery. Okay, it's got a branch coming over here, a little bigger, this one, which is the renal artery, along with the renal vein. Okay, renal artery on that side. This branch right here, this is going over to the ovary. You can see it kind of goes through this membrane right here, over to the ovary. So that's a gonadal artery. And then this again will be the gonadal vein coming over on this side. Here's the gonadal artery on the other side. There are two main branches that attach to the mesentery for the intestines. And these are all shredded, but here is the superior mesenteric artery. Here is the inferior mesenteric artery.
Oh, okay.
Okay? They're on for the intestines for all that mesenteric flow. Those mesenteric arteries. Okay? So superior mesenteric, inferior mesenteric. And then it asks you to find the celiac trunk, which has been more or less a joke.
You were saying, like, in the practical, they won't use the
Actually,
the veins and the nerves?
No, they will.
Oh.
They will. They'll ask you the major ones, and they'll pick the best cats for that. Actually, I was mistaken. This right here, what's left of it, see the pink right there? That is actually the superior, that should be attached over here. That's actually the superior mesenteric artery right here.
Oh, okay.
And now above that is where you have the celiac trunk, which has 3 branches. One going over here, which over here somewhere. This one is going over to the spleen. You can see it coming up here.
Yeah.
That goes to the spleen. There's one. And there's one going to the stomach, which is this one. And there should be one more over here going to the liver, and I have no idea where that one is. I won't use this cap for that. Okay, but just know it's the superior mesenteric, inferior mesenteric. Then if we follow this down, this is our aorta, right? Down here you can see it's broken, but see the little tabs right here and here? This is what's the remainder of that. These are your iliolumbar arteries. Go right over with the veins. Okay, those little branches right there. Then we come down and we can see that the aorta splits here, right? The big V on the outside, those are the external iliac arteries. And the V on the inside are the internal iliac arteries. And then you see the one that's right down the middle here? This little one that goes straight down? Right there?
Yeah.
That's actually the caudal artery. That's for the tail. Okay? Clearly we don't have one of those, but it's for the tail. Now when the iliac, don't even start. When the iliac arteries go out onto the leg, we call them the
femoral.
So the femoral arteries, right? Runs right along with the femoral veins. And don't worry about the deep femoral and all that stuff. They're not going to ask you that. All right? Just know the major ones. Okay? And again, I'll have the pictures there. And if they have a clamp on this thing and they want to know what that is, I will have it's a vein. I will have the artery on the other side that's not labeled. I will just put a line to what it is that they want with the number that corresponds to this number.
Oh, okay.
Okay?
Okay.
So if you can't recognize them on the cat, you
can recognize it on that.
hopefully recognize them.
I was worried about the clamp being on one thing, and I'm like, I don't know what it is. If it's, because it's so small.
Right, that's why this
That's
will
gonna
be
help.
handy.
That's gonna help a lot.
Okay?
Yeah.
And especially when we get down in this area, next week we have to dissect out the uterus or the testicles and all that stuff down here, urogenital stuff, and a lot of these little things get shredded up when we do that. So again, they're going to ask you the major ones, but just in case, you'll have your sheets as a guide. Okay.
Can you go over the top ones again, or do you want to do that after you go through with everybody?
The top ones, what top ones?
The arteries.
Arteries?
Yeah.
Okay. So again, here's the heart. Right, the major artery coming out of the heart is the aorta, which is this thing right here coming up, and then going back down. This right here is the aorta. Okay. And we use the sheep part because it's easier to see on the sheep part. Okay. The first branch off that aorta is the brachiocephalic. Okay. The brachiocephalic comes up. It branches once for the left carotid artery. It branches a second time right here for what's left of the right carotid artery. And then it branches a third time over here for the right subclavian. Okay? The second branch off the aorta right here is the left subclavian artery, right? Comes up, subclavian here, axillary, brachial, radial. Okay?